Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to another installment tonight, The Wolf of Wallachia in Victoria 3. As always, well, not as always, I forgot to do this earlier. Let's make sure everything's working. Hello, me. All right, there we go. Hey, Tesla Keys. Hey, good news. I got the Romania achievement. Nice, nice. What happened? Did something go differently? Because you were having some trouble with Moldavia, right? What happened there? Congratulations, though. Nice, nice. Mauricio, hey, how are you? Missed the latest chapter. So glad I could join live for this part. Yeah, good to have you back. How's everything go? How's everything doing? How's everything going? Whichever one of those statements makes sense. Good to see you. All right. So let's see here. So we are starting tonight off with a bang because where we ended the last episode earlier today, as you can see, we are in a war here by conquering everything, not by the journal entry. That works. I call that the British method or the French method. Hey, it works though. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. Hopefully I can follow suit and get this achievement. Yeah, welcome back from your vacation. Thank you, thank you. Yes, I am back. I'm physically back. I feel like I'm still like mentally getting back in the game. Man, if you watched the episode from earlier today, I feel like my my brain is elsewhere. Hey, PR Jane, hello. Are you going to continue the Congo series? Yes, absolutely. I'm going to continue it. I wanted to. I tried really hard to finish the next episode of the Congo series before I went on vacation, so that I could auto release last week. But I just couldn't get it finished in time. So the next one is releasing this week. It'll probably be on Friday, Friday morning, or maybe Friday afternoon. I think there's going to be a total of 4 parts. So this Friday will be the 3rd part, and then next week we'll have the final one with the 4th part. But yeah, thanks for asking. I hope it's being helpful and enjoyable, because it's always enjoyable to play some Congo action in Victoria 3. But what we are doing is, so we joined in. Two important things happened right at the end of the episode this morning. We joined into a diplomatic play England has going against Prussia, where they want to humiliate Prussia. Now, of course, so in the game right now, Austria has a defensive pact with Russia and an alliance with Prussia. So in this war, I didn't realize Belgium is on there too. Russia, Austria, Belgium, and Bremen are on their side here. So we joined in, but we also got an alliance with Great Britain. So we now have an alliance with them, which is going to be helpful. So we are going to get, where do we have there? Yeah, southern Transylvania, if we can do this, which is great, because we absolutely need these lead mines. We have no access to lead. We've been paying an arm and a leg to get it. So that's what we have going on here. Right before we finish the episode, I got the armies all set up. Oops. Got the armies all set up. That's good to hear. I would like to see how the colonization of the Congo region will go, even if you only show up to the 1880s. Yeah. So far the colonization is going really well. It helps. I guess it's hard to see because the French are taking over here, but the country is now kind of like this, since this region is a split state here. So your initial state just kind of takes in this land, and then we got a second state going up here. So the country itself has kind of grown a little bit. So yeah, that's good. Well, I won't say that one's coming along. That one is done. I just have to edit it. This we don't know. We do not know. Hey, Jay. Hello, hello. Were you not live earlier today? Am I having a stroke? I was, yeah. I usually do two streams a day. Normally, my streaming days were Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Fridays I only do one, but I was doing Mondays and Wednesdays, and just this week we're now switching to Tuesday, Thursdays. So I do 2 a day on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then 1 on Friday. There might not be one this Friday. There might be one. I don't know. Originally, I was going to have to cancel this Friday, but suddenly my schedule seems to be changing. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I always do 2 in a day. Okay. So these armies are all ready to go. We've got our mobilization options all set up. Yes, I remember. Yeah, yes, I remember you saying you're back into teaching. Yep. This is the first week of the semester. My classes start tomorrow, and my classes this semester are on Mondays and Wednesdays, so the days that I was streaming. So had to switch those up. Very well, though, after the new year, my streaming days might switch back to Monday, Wednesday, because that's usually in the fall I teach Monday, Wednesdays, and usually in the spring I teach Tuesday, Thursdays, so there might be more switching around. So for the next couple months, we're streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Jacob, hello. What's up? What's up with you? How's it going? Welcome back. Having the country grow onto the other side in the Congo River makes ethnic and linguistic sense, so RPing works. Yeah, it does, right? Yeah, especially considering, the history that they have there between, like, the DR Congo and the Congo. Yeah, but I always love a good Congo run. It was the very first ever stream I did. Was a Congo run. Anyhow, have a good stream. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for dropping in. I appreciate it. Okay, so armies are ready to go. The navies. So, yeah, this is our convoy raider. I should indicate that. I have a color coordination system with them, just as I do with my armies. And then these guys are just the main army who can protect ships and whatnot. So what do we have going on here? Yeah. So we need to protect convoys here. Yeah, see, we're doing a lot of shipping. Now, I think what we will do is... Jay, same here, 1:30 a.m. Enjoy, sir. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you stopping in. I know, the time difference for the nighttime streams. I wish I could have more of my morning streams. I prefer streaming in the morning anyway, because time-wise it works out for everybody. If only I didn't have to do that pesky thing of a job. Okay, where are... I want to cut off Austria's shipping lanes. I feel like since the 1.9 update, like, shipping lanes are very interesting. Where's even Russia's? This is just Sweden. So here's some Prussian ones. Like, is Austria not shipping anything? Any country in particular you are looking forward to playing at 1.10? Yeah, I am actually very much looking forward to Serbia. This is going to be my first stream after the update. I've always wanted to do a good Serbia run, and since they specifically said they're adding a bunch of stuff to Serbia, I've been holding off on it, which is why we did Wallachia. So I'm excited to do that. I'm excited to do a new Italian unification run, since there's going to be some specific stuff for, like, Italian nationalism and stuff like that. And then, I won't do a stream of this, but offline, I've never really done a full-on, like serious Austria run, just offline on my own. So I think I might finally do one of those. It's about time. I've held off long enough. I mean, I've done a couple Austria runs, but never that I've really seen all the way through. Alright. So apparently, what is this? Russia and Austria, like, aren't shipping things? Is that what I'm led to believe here? That's nuts. Yeah, it's just like... Oh, Tesla, what about you? Which ones are you planning on doing once that comes out? Alright, so we could disrupt some German shipping lanes, huh? I feel like I'm looking at the same C nodes here, like... Alright, well, we're gonna put our guys here. What's this guy? I need somebody to protect some convoys. So this guy will probably be my convoy raider, or my convoy escort. Yeah, and then I want this guy, not blockading, but I don't want to take extra casualties. Because I believe our navy should be on par with them. Yeah. I'm surprised, though, in this node, this is usually Austria's node. Alright, well, so we're going to send this guy here. Park yourself there. And then, I guess for now, we'll send that guy over to where we can find some German... Yeah, I guess just chill out over there, huh? And go raid those convoys. Was it over here? Yeah. Alright, let's unpause. Away we go. Oh, what the hell is wrong with me? How about we mobilize our armies? That would be a good idea. Alright, and you're all just going to go to that main front. But I am going to set... Oops. You guys with the strategic objective of specifically going straight for southern Transylvania so we can take that war goal to start. I guess we'll keep the high taxes. It's too bad we can't add any more war goals. I'm surprised. I thought Great Britain had an alliance with the United States. Oh, they are not friendly anymore. Wonder what happened there. Ooh, whatever that was, that hurt. I think I was selling them a bunch of stuff. Maybe a new Byzantium run. Yeah, Austria, in my opinion, was always the most boring of the GPs to play. Hopefully this patch fixes that. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like they're gonna have a lot of stuff to do now, so yeah. And you know, actually I will say too, at some point, just because now you can do a unification of it, try to do a Yugoslavia run, form Yugoslavia. That would be cool. Okay, everybody's breaking treaties with us just because we slightly went over our infamy. Well, this must mean then we have a lot of stuff to sell. We could use groceries. Who? Sweden has the most. Can they use... Nope. Well, we'll see. No, they won't sell us groceries. Okay. Can we sell you anything? That's not good. No. Okay. What about Spain? Can we sell you anything? You know, we're going to pause because we are hurting right now. We got to get some type of deal in place to sell something here. We can sell you paper. What if we sell you, oops, 70? Yeah, they just don't like us enough. Huh. I mean, we're already selling quite a bit. What about 2 Sicilies? Oh, that's right. They're in the Austrian market. Well, what about Sardinia, Piedmont? Hey, hello, Tedezeres. Hello, hello. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope all is well. Man. We need to sell something before we unpause here because our budget is hurting. All of those treaties that just went out. Hey, I follow you for the tutorials. I didn't know you streamed. Yeah, hey, thank you. Thank you for watching the tutorial videos. I appreciate it. Yeah, I do Tuesdays, Thursdays, and normally Fridays. I won't be doing a Friday one this week, but normally Fridays as well. I do 2 a day on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And so, this is the second one for the day. What is happening? Nobody wants anything from us. Yikes. What about... Oh, no, we can't with Mexico. Can we declare interest? Oh, we can. What am I doing? And we can do one more. Alright, let's get into the Persian market. Alright. Is there anything more we could sell to the United States? Clothes. So maybe we can do like a... What? Oh, they don't think our current treaties are fair? Ideological differences. -10 because we're infamous. Yeah, the Ottomans don't like us, so that's going to be a tough one. Okay, we've got to work on relations here. So let's improve with Sweden, because that is a market we want to be in. Maybe we can get in... Let's improve with the Ottomans, because now we don't need to take anything from them. Oh, man. What's going on with our military goods here? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on. We've got, though... Yeah, let's be doing all of that. Have you privatized some buildings? Try changing your government to match whoever you're trying to sell to also. Yeah. Yeah, we've been privatizing stuff. There's probably more stuff we could sell right now. But, yeah, we could try to change the government around a little bit here. Bulgaria. Who's building that? Is it the private sector? Okay. See, I would really like to sell with them. What's their government? Yeah, we're not going to be able to get them in there. Well, they don't dislike us too much. Now we really could sell guns. They don't want anything. I feel like I was just looking at somebody who'd seem like they did want guns. No. Let me take a look at the world market. Who's importing guns? Yeah, everybody who I'm about to fight. Oh yeah, Mexico. Alright, let's wait for those interests to activate, because I'll have a couple more countries I can get in with. Great Britain, you better start sending some troops my way. Like, your troops are, saying pretty stationary for my liking. Not liking the look of any of that. Alright. Yeah, let's take a look too at what we can privatize. Oh yeah, these munitions plants. This will be a good time to sell it while they're making major profits. There we go. One already sold. Two already sold. All three. There we go. And then tooling workshops are always a good one. Alright, so we'll wait for that to go. Great Britain about to pull a Munich conference on you. Seriously, right? Like, you guys. Oh, here we go. Oh, they sent 151 troops to match these 700. Like, is everybody's troops just on my doorstep? Like, damn, what were you guys gonna do if I didn't join? This is not looking good. At the moment, there's no war goals against us, but they very well might pop them in at the last second here. So we're good on these. Yeah, it's these munitions plants. We really do need another one stat. We're going to build that sooner rather than later. Aye. Which is why I wish I could find where everybody's shipping lanes are and at least try to sink some convoys. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's pause. Surely we can sell some guns to Mexico, because they need them. Ooh, they don't want to buy that many. Really? Just 26 guns? That's all you guys want to buy from us? Okay. And then, some tools. We absolutely can sell you. Ooh, we're not going to sell you that many tools. But we certainly will sell that many tools. Yeah, too bad. I would like to get trade privileges. And then, do you have groceries? You do not. I think that's all we can really sell here. Oh, luxury furniture. What if we sold you, like... Yeah, there we go. So let's do that for about 15 years. And now Brazil. What can we sell you? Everything must go. Well, not everything. Nothing. Okay. And then do you have groceries first? You don't. You're useless to me right now, Brazil. I'm sorry. I expected more from you. Oh, are they in somebody's market? No, they're in the Persian market. What's going on here? Why are... They don't have a port? You have got... What? Oh. Great Britain took those states out, but you don't have a port here? Wow. Well then... We don't need that. What in the what? You know, we'll do Grand Colombia. We can sell some stuff to Colombia, maybe. Alright. Oh boy, guys. Oh, Mexico. What are you talking about? What on earth? They don't like us. What's their government? Yeah, we're not... I mean, the problem is we're not going to be able to change our government around. The AI never sends a lot of troops in this patch. Yeah. I had to rush military tech in my run to just defend my border until Austria ran out of troops. Yeah. I know, right? Well, so I have found generally when you are the one who started the diplomatic play, if you can bring somebody in by offering them a piece of land or like a legit goal as opposed to just calling in an ally, they'll stay in the war longer. So there is that. But we're the secondary country in this to them. So I don't know about that. See what we need. Yeah, here we go. This is what we need. We need you to start invading these other places to pull some of their troops away. Oof, not off to a good start. What is nice though is... Okay. So there's no war goals against us, so if we lose this, yeah, basically we are cannon fodder in this war right now. Luckily though, there's no war goals against us, so we're not going to lose anything from this. As the debates around the mass conscription law stall, Yugdin Demosthenian has motion to pass a proposal to a commission of experts to break the deadlock. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we'll take the guaranteed 10%. Let's take a look here at how... Yeah, see, we have a lot more conscripts that should be raised. We have the best, yeah. More theory crafting. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. We still need to be selling stuff. Okay. You want to take 60 clothes off of us? And then... yeah, there's nothing else. Mexico, you really disappointed me here. And then Brazil. I'd assumed a large market like yours, you would have wanted more from us. Alright, let's take a look at Gran Colombia. Everybody, man. Nobody likes us. Maybe once we finally aren't infamous anymore, we can get a good deal somewhere. Where's goods transfer? Am I blind? Company, money, prohibit trade, state transfer, treaty port. Are they in somebody's market? Ah, they're in the American market. Man. Alright. Let's go to Japan. Oh, this is going to be quite a debacle. I think maybe what we'll do is the main army here. We're going to set one of you guys to defense. Oh yeah, here we go. We should have done that from the beginning. There are actually 3 upper strata groups: landowners, industrialists, and intelligentsia. After a lot of digging on intelligentsia, my conclusion is that they are the ultimate small state IG. Ah. Wait, so what do you mean by that? Like, if you're a small country, it's best to have them in power? Is that what you mean? Oh. Finally, a battle that might go our way. Also, it's pissing me off that we cannot find where their shipping lanes are. And I forgot Belgium too. Belgium's in this. Nope, nope, nope. I mean, they aren't sending troops around the world, so I guess there is that. Alright, so let's look at Japan now. Can we sell you guys anything? Guns, yes. How about 100? Ooh. Okay, no, they don't want to sell that many. Alright, so I'll sell you 28 guns. Yeah, we'll sell you 19 artillery. Oh yeah. Ooh, you don't want that much of that. Okay. Anything else? This might be very good for us here. 100 paper. We're just gonna sell a ton of stuff to them. No, you don't want that much. Okay, so since we're giving you guys all this stuff, how about we get trade privileges with you, and we'll guarantee your independence. We'll give you trade privileges. Man, what a deal here. 92% chance. I swear to God, you guys. Come on. Give me something. Yes, they leverage a small population by gaining more clout because less peasants. Oh, yeah. The citizenship laws and their whole... yes, there we go. The citizenship laws and their whole platform is meant to do what we see many do with Belgium runs. Huh. That is a great point, actually. Yeah, there's much less peasants, so they can gain a lot more clout. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm going to try to lean into that. There's a lot of the South American countries that start off with powerful intelligentsia. Like Paraguay, your leader is intelligentsia, even though he's an authoritarian, basically. So yeah, that kind of makes sense. I like it. I'm going to have to try that out a little bit. Yeah, this war... Great Britain, you really messed us up on this one. Oh, the Ironclad. Ooh, the problem, though, is we need 2 different military shipyards to make this work. Do we? Yes, we do. So we could have Bulgaria go to steel hulls. Okay. So you come back home. You upgrade that. Now, our other one doesn't have capital ships, so... The war score here is interesting, though. It's very hard to get intelligentsia strong in a large country. It really is, yeah. I totally second that. Oh! Yes, okay. We reached prosperity. So we get the state construction efficiency. So now we really need to start producing steel. We're number 7. We're making 1.89. We got to get up to 7.24. That's going to be tough. Oh, I forgot. We could really use this army off at... What is happening here? The arms industry in... Well, okay, what's going on here? Eugen Damascenian's attendance at a bourgeoisie fundraising banquet in Bucharest has led to an uptick in funds promoting mass conscription. Or he gets the trait grifter. Yeah, we'll take this. Yeah, so now you guys switch to steel hulls. How could, in wartime, this be doing so poorly? Yeah, maybe we don't need to do this. So we'll just switch to rifles. Yeah, and then I guess we'll switch the other one over. I thought we had such a large deficit on it. I guess not. And then the one in Moldavia. Alright, so that should make things a little bit better. So let's see what happens with the next week. There we go. Still not 100, but moving up. Mobs have surrounded an arsenal in Bulgaria, threatening to seize the arms and munitions stored within. While the guards are staving off attacks for now, if no relief is sent, then the arsenal will fall to insurrectionists. You guys. How much longer till we can go for multiculturalism again? That's what they want. 13, yeah, we got another year. Oh, look at the, we could start off with 35%. If you guys could just hold off. See, the other problem is the only thing they want is multiculturalism. Yikes. That's what I have to say to that. Right. Oop. Yeah, problem is we're just not winning wars here. What's our manpower looking like? Yeah, we're very much depleted all around. I guess we haven't... See, I should have been going for modern nursing much sooner than all of this stuff. Our recovery rate sucks. Yeah, we're gonna go modern nursing, military statistics, then this stuff, and then monitor. So we're sinking a lot of their convoys here. Oh, are these guys upgraded? Yes, they are. So you go back over there and sink their ships. Oh, law progressed to study. Nice. General Sergiu Anastasiade. Ugh, I'm not doing that well at all. Apologies. Noting severe unrest in Dobruja, has proposed using the army to suppress agitation in the area. While his political allies support him, there is a heavy risk to following his plan. Well, we don't want to make the military upset yet. Ooh, but I don't know if I want to risk that. We can afford that. Man, Great Britain. At least, like, you're not even winning wars up here. Well, I wonder if we can start sinking some... The introduction of vessels with metal-skinned hulls represents nothing less than a revolution in naval warfare, near impervious to traditional types of shot. Admiral Tudor Cataze assures us that Romanian dominion of the seas will be absolute. Yeah, let's take the plus 10% Navy defense. Okay, we're losing convoys too. What's going on with our ports? Oh, interesting. So we just need more. Where do we have the people? So Bulgaria. Oh, there's 4 being built. Is that our private sector doing that? Oh, yeah. Okay, so you guys build that. I don't need to do that. What makes that important is that there's no particular reason to be too urgent about expansion if you grow the intelligentsia enough. Instead of all the bloody stuff, they scale vertically. This is, that's a great point too, right? I think too they generally can help with standard of living in some ways, in terms of the laws that they can help you enact. We don't need more tools, but we could use more textiles. So, oh, people are sinking our stuff in the English Channel, huh? Well, let's send you guys over there. Don't be sinking our guys. This is getting worrisome because we're not going to be able to do anything about that. 10 months. So July of 1888. If this can just... And there's no other law they like that we can go for in the meantime. I mean, we can stop that rebellion, but man, would this be an awful time for it to happen. More acceptance of religion and culture is a pay raise. Yeah. Yeah, people will have more money. People can be better consumers for you. Oof. Radicals in Dobruja seem to be getting support from discriminated Bulgarian citizens within the state. Oh, Dobruja can get some migration attraction. Yeah, we can afford to lose 2 from the armed forces, though. Now we're really teetering on the line here. How's this? Oh my god, what is wrong with you guys? We need to sell more of these arms here. Who else needs guns? We're already selling to Qing. What about the Danish? Why don't you want to buy guns from us? Yeah, I get it. Bremen's in default. Every 2 seconds they're in default. Interestingly, though, this war score is still kind of even. Yeah, but they're starting to push in here. Okay, alright, so this is being okay. And now our steel company isn't making more steel. I don't know why. We could use more trade capacity here, but really what we need is just more of these ports. Damn. So we got kicked out of the war, huh? Alright. Well, let's lower taxes here. Hello there, Stonewall Jackson's Way. What a name. If only you had Ukraine as a nation bordering you in the north instead of Russia. Yep, in the new update. In the new update, I will. Alright. The voice of Chisinau, a popular newspaper read by the industrialists, read by the industrialist class across Romania, has published an article by Eugen Damasnian advocating for the enaction of mass conscription. Alright. So that war is over. Wait, what are we... We're contravening goods. In which treaty? Oh, the Discord message. Hey, hey, join the Discord. Is it in the Japanese one? Oh, this one. Yeah, the one that we have with Japan. So, I think the problem is just we don't have enough convoys. Yeah, I love those unique faction pop-ups. Yeah, same here. I love like what they've added with all this stuff. Yeah, the Bulgarian national movement has the Bulgarian flag. Man. Alright, well, let's see. We're at the hour mark. So, we got to appease the ad gods. And so we'll take a break now, so that we don't get hit with ads during gameplay. So, we'll take a very quick... oh, hey, Inyori, sorry, I missed a woo. I made it just in time for the first break. That's right. You made it just in time. Just in time so you don't get hit by ads during gameplay. So, very quick break, bathroom break, get a little bit of water, and then I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Oh, in your perks of the sub, no ads. That's right. Yep. If you are subscribed on Twitch, you don't get the ads. So there you go. I appreciate the sub. All right. So we kind of got our butts kicked in that one, right? What we need to do here, I've kind of been neglecting the companies here. We need to be exporting steel and guns. Now, what is this? Actually, what are all the trade centers doing? I've really only been paying attention to the one in Wallachia. Interesting. So let's keep an eye on that one. And we have one here. In Romanian Serbia. No, we have no people here. Oh my god, we have 11 ports here. And do we need the railroad here? We really don't. Did we build that? Why can't we get rid of it? That's interesting. We can't... Oh, the secession move. Oh, that's right. They're possibly seceding. Alright. Now, we are importing a lot of stuff. Damn, we really could have used the lead in southern Transylvania. So why are we getting... We're lacking interests in a lot of the important places here. So, the biggest ones are Belgium, Qing. Look at that. Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia. So we can knock out a couple just by getting the Andes. And La Plata. Let's get rid of Iberia. We'll put in the Rhine. There we go. But we do need to start exporting steel, too. Problem is... Hey, what is the problem? It's the United States that are importing a ton of it. We're not exporting any of it. I wish we could get... Do we have... We don't have trade with them, right? Yeah, we only have this one. Oh, we do have trade privileges with them. So why are we not exporting this steel? Alright, start exporting this stuff. I'm having trouble in the new update reading the world market panel when it comes to finding the best import-export price. Do you have a video that explains it? I do, actually, yeah. So I kind of have two. I have a... Let me go to the channel here. I have a general one that I did called... World Market and Trade Center tutorial in Victoria 3. So that one, we'll go over a lot of it. And then there's one called How to Work Trade Centers and Trade Routes in Victoria 3, where I do a deeper dive into like trade advantage and stuff like that. So those two videos would definitely help you there. But yeah, it's interesting because I feel like the world market screen, like you see here, you have like your sell orders, your buy orders. This is telling you you have a surplus of 575 units of iron in your market. But when you look at the world market, with this is you have a negative 855 here. What this is really telling you is that there's a surplus. There's a deficit of 855 buy orders on the world market. So there's more. This means there's more people exporting it than there are importing it. So that's why it looks a little bit different. Wrote it down. Much appreciated. Yeah, of course, no problem. So like we're looking to, let's look at steel because that's what we're trying to do here. Oh look, so now we're exporting some of it. So when you're looking at like you want to export a good, how do you get a better price on exporting it and everything? Look at who's importing it. First thing you can do is make sure you have an interest in their region. That'll increase your price a little bit. And then, now that we're exporting it, let's see. Oh, so we're getting a pretty good export price right now. So that's not helpful. But like guns, we're trying to export guns, right? So our biggest problem is lacking interests in the places. Oh, I guess we just haven't set up those yet. So that might change in a moment here. Yeah, here we go. So let's refresh that screen. Yeah, so we got a little bit better. But the other big thing is this down here, the relative advantage. And so our share of the global advantage, so our 16%, needs to be higher than our share of the trade volume. So we're trading a lot of the good, but we have a much smaller share of the actual trade advantage, which hurts our relative advantage, which is what influences the export price. All right, so this is going down a little bit. Another wrinkle, the rural folk and trade unions are both natural allies of the intelligentsia and can be leveraged against the aristocracy and capitalists. This is true, but I do feel like with some of the, especially with the last dev diary they just came out with, there's going to be a lot more ways to manipulate the trade unions, it seems like, because they're implementing a whole new batch of laws, the labor unions, or labor associations. So you're going to be able to... Oh, give me a break. Now you guys are winning land over here. I swear to all the poops in the world now and before. You're pissing me off, Great Britain. The proposal for mass conscription has sat in a deadlock. The trade unions have advocated for enlisting Ugden I'm always, this guy's name comes up all the time, and I can never... Damasnian, Ugden Damasnians' assistance in rallying the industrialists in favor of the government. Yeah, we'll take this. Let's get this passed, because in 4 months we want to be able to start going after multiculturalism again. Right. So we need more glass. I would like to get Wallachia onto steel frame buildings, but we need 720 glass and 900 steel. I guess if we weren't selling all the steel that we're selling... Yeah, look at that. If we... Okay, so those treaties are hurting us. Alright, we have mass conscription. Excellent. Yeah, look at that. Alright. We'll fix the rest of that in a moment. That'll help our power projection here. Ooh, the trade unions are going to be pissed at us. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Alright, what are we building? Oh, well, they're starting to build up those ports. That's fine. Though our companies are not building much. Troops in Bulgaria have reported more and more confrontations with belligerent mobs. Fighting will likely break out soon, even if nothing is ordered. There's only two ways to control the situation. Either pull the troops back or tell them to engage. Man, okay. I don't want to add more state penalties and turmoil to Bulgaria. Oh man, this is a tough one. If civil war progress jumps by 10%, we get to 96. Yeah, we're gonna have to take the turmoil. Oof. Yep, those 1.10 laws are cool. I predict the one that opposes unions will be the industrialist pairing with poor laws to disenfranchise the lower strata. Yeah. Yeah, those are gonna be some cool laws to play with. I was pretty excited when I read that one. Also the whole liberal revolutions, the springtime of the people journal entry is going to be really fun now. Look at... I'm tempted to just switch it. And this will make them start building stuff. And we can start building some glassworks too. And why is Wallachia hurting for infrastructure? Damn. Alright. But build the railways first. I mean, that should certainly be making the steel company profitable. How are we doing here? We're moving up. Alright, so we're waiting for... Damn, this was up to like 40% at one point. Alright. Oh, and I did this. I wasn't even looking at what I meant to look at. 6 weeks. Okay. Can we get... Do we have any agitators that might help us? Who is the current leader of... Do we like this guy? Yeah, he's a radical. Well, okay. Let's see. So now what we do is, I think we probably have a truce, yeah, with all these guys for the next 4 years. We spend these 4 years, well, maybe 4+ years. It depends on when Great Britain ends their war and gets a truce. Yeah, that war is still going. Yeah, now we need multilateral alliances. How far away are we from it? Yeah, quite a bit. It'll take us 13 years. But we definitely need to do this military research first. You know, we really could use Steam Donkey. What are we getting tech spread on? Improve fertilizer. We'll go Steam Donkey next. Then threshing machines. We need we basically we need to get some labor saving PMs here. Then do mutual funds, investment banks. If we can get down to multilateral alliances, that would be good. Hey, Unicorn Sparkles! Hello, hello! Welcome, welcome! Good to see you! How are you doing? I hope all is well. Oh, plus the corporatized unions makes religious playthrough a very strong play style. Corporatism gives them that ideology. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, the corporatized unions law I found to be one of the most interesting ones from that dev diary. How to, like, play through that. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Alright, it is time to go for multiculturalism again. Alright, so let's do it. Let's see... So we have a low stall. We don't have a lot of success. We're about to lose quite a bit of stuff here, though. Well, well, well. But that's not so bad. Okay, let's unpause here. So we're going to lose the secession, which is good. Extremely rare situation where the petit bourgeoisie want multiculturalism, but the intelligentsia not. Usually it's the other way, yeah. No, it's the petit bourgeoisie that don't want it. Because, yeah, their general ideology is against it. The intelligentsia... Oh. You know, yeah, look at that. I did not realize. They oppose multiculturalism. When is our next election? In 2 years. Unfortunately, the National Liberal Party is pretty far down there. Because the Radical Party is radically against multiculturalism. Both of them here. Yeah, they're both radical. There's nobody that could really help us. Yeah, we don't want a reformer. Damn. I think the intelligentsia in the first patches of the game was pro-multiculturalism, but now they go up to cultural exclusion at most. Yeah. I feel like they used to be, right? But now it's like... I don't quite get the historical relevancy of that, though. Like, why... I mean, I'm not saying I doubt it, but I'd love to know the historical context of why these liberal ideologies would oppose multiculturalism as opposed to just be neutral on it. I'd love to know why that is. A mine in Moldavia has collapsed, trapping miners within the dark shafts below. The scale of the accident has made the tragedy a story across Moldavia and the nation. Well, the industrialists are already happy, the trade unions are happy, but the middle strata, I don't know if I want to get that many. Well, we'll take it for now. Oh. The outbreak of war in Europe, supported by the aggressive actions of Prussia, has led the Orthodox Church to begin lobbying against Prussian interests. Alright, let's do it. Did you research feminism? That allows the humanistic and enlightened loyalist. Oh, that... Yeah, we got it on TechSpread. So we do have feminism. Oh, we need to start building more stuff. Honestly, I would like to start expanding the military, but we can't really afford it at the moment. Or one of our admirals died. Some shopkeepers have expressed opposition to the equal treatment of Bulgarian people under the multiculturalism law, announcing that they will refuse them service. Damn. Okay, so we're gonna get a setback. Yeah, we might as well just take that then. Ooh, look at this guy. Alright, we'll take this guy. The intelligentsia IG represents intellectual elites, and a good amount of those were the skull measurement and evolutionary levels types. Basically, while the ideology of the IG is often about political freedom, once they encountered a cultural distinct enough, all went downhill. Yeah, you know, there was a post on the Victoria 3 Reddit recently that was kind of going into that, which I found interesting, that everyone thinks, like, the intelligentsia just means, like, liberal, right? And in the, like, the modern sense, but they were actually some of the people that were very like strongly ethno-nationalists and stuff like that at some point. Um, I think we're going to start getting some of that too in 1.10 with the whole nationalism update, because it's interesting some of the new ideologies that they're pointing to, where it seems like um, there's like liberal ideas, but that it also like on the cultural front they're very much about like um, preserving the primary culture and stuff like that as like the primary culture. Okay, we're paused here because I need to. Well, I guess we don't need to pause, but we need to start building more stuff here. All right, socialism. We really just need glassworks. That's really what we need here. And we're running out of people. I wonder if we can start importing more stuff. Yeah, you know, look at, we have plenty cotton. We don't need to have this many people. Who's building 5 more of them? What in the world is happening? Why are you guys building all of that in Bulgaria? Is that war still happening? No, the war's done. Okay, so how long do you guys have a truce? You have 4 years starting now. And we have... Oh, 4 years. Okay. We've somehow moved up to 8th. I don't quite know how that worked out, but I'll take it. I mean, we have a pretty healthy investment pool. We could probably stop building for a little bit, let the private queue take over. Though it seems like they're building absolute nonsense. Alright, I need you guys to get up there. We need to be building more steel. Yep, intelligentsia, liberal positions are not like the early US position. Cultural exclusion is kind of like the concept of whites instead of the more specific Irish, British, Germans, etc. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very interesting thing to look into, like how that meant something a little different than what we would assume it is today, right? Because, yeah, immediately on the outset, you look at the breakdown of IGs, you're like, oh, the intelligentsia, that's like the far left. But that doesn't quite mean the same thing. See, the problem here is, okay. If we could just get a good supply of lead. Oh, here we go. Let's do that. Lawmakers working toward the enactment of multiculturalism have found themselves mirrored in a particularly complex set of bureaucratic proceedings, grinding the work towards reform to a near halt. Yeah, I mean, this is basically... Oh no, we could take this. The Anti-Prussian Association has requested that we declare a rivalry with Prussia. We could do that. let's see. Who else is rivaling them? I mean, we kind of should. They kind of are a rival. The Romanian supremacist movement has organized mass protests across the Moldavia region. While the protests have remained peaceful for now, local authorities raised concerns about possible violence. So we're okay with the loyalist to radical ratio here. Yeah, we'll take that. People often imagine the intelligentsia as being open to everybody, while the absolute monarchs they opposed were reactionary in all aspects, but often the former were ethno-nationalist. Yeah, that's what I've been discovering with the game here. And the latter were used to have various cultures as subjects, even if they were not multicultural in the modern sense, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I find that interesting because, I mean, I don't know a lot about Victorian politics or, like, 19th century politics. So I find that to be very interesting. It's also why I found the last two dev diaries really interesting. The one this last week did a very, like, a big deep dive historically into the topic of, what was it, what liberal revolutions were like in the 19th century. And then the one before that really dove heavily into the idea of, like, of nationalism and what does that mean historically, at least in the 19th century. So I found that to be a really interesting exploration as well. They did a good job making that distinction with the new subjecthood law. Yeah, I forgot about that. That new one, subjecthood. Yeah, where you could basically trying to keep your primary culture distinct from the culture of your subjects. How are we doing here? Okay, so we have some pretty good trade advantage on steel. I wish we were exporting more of it. In fact, yeah, I wish you guys had trade rights. Wait, did I give these guys investment rights? Alright, so now what I want you to do is have... Did I give these guys investment rights? Man, what was wrong with me? Ooh, maybe I do that. No, but I do want you guys to have trade rights so you can start taking over some of these. Oh, I didn't realize the Ottomans still had some of this stuff. Yeah, actually, I need to look at this. How how much of our buildings are owned by not us? Oh, wait. Has building levels with non-Romanian and is located in Romania. Alright, so let's... Yeah, let's do that. And let's take those trade centers. All right, there we go. Playing in the incoming DLC, gonna be so fun. The tagline is, "Will your people be subjects or citizens?" Yeah, that's actually really good. And you're like, oh yes, they're gonna be citizens, Austrian citizens. It's actually not a bad tagline. They would never use that, but that's basically it right there. You basically go against the whole theme of the DLC about nationalism by trying to outlive it. Yeah. Will you embrace nationalism or will you outlive it? No, I like that. Are you going to be subjects or citizens? Paradox, if you're listening, add that in there real quick. Okay, so we're auto-adding more stuff. We actually have a pretty good standard of living here. Oh, you know, I haven't been looking at and keeping up with the urban centers here. Well, no, we don't want to take more glass. Though this will give us more services. All right, we need more lead. Oh, is an actual line in the trailer. Oh, is it? Oh my god, I haven't looked at the trailer since it launched. I forgot. I guess I forgot what's in it. Oh, I gotta go back and look at that now because that's actually pretty funny, given some of the dev diaries now. The Romanian supremacist movement has begun a propaganda campaign painting Ukrainian people as criminals who will be allowed to run rampant under the multiculturalism law. Ooh, here we go. Okay, yes. There's a plus 15% success chance. Finally, some good news. They're in big trouble with their plurality if they aren't careful with setting the stage for it. Total separation would prepare them pretty well. If they aren't careful in setting the stage for it. Interesting. Yeah, I think it's going to be a very interesting implementation because it's going to mean now... It's going to mean that there's going to be a lot of, like... I feel like there are a lot of people who kind of ignore the cultural stuff in the game. Like, if you're just trying to make a line go up, you can kind of ignore all of the cultural movements and stuff like that. And now you really can't. At least with this 1.10 update, it does kind of seem like you're going to have to pay attention to it. I also hope Paradox eventually updates religion because it is so silly. The USA total separation works in practice. Nobody minds the Catholics in an era, yeah, where it was a big deal, let alone other faiths. Yeah. Yeah, right. That's true. That will be interesting. Yeah, because the law was total separation, but culturally, people didn't accept it. Ooh, okay. Hold on. We gotta do something about this. I like too that they're implementing the idea of language. That now language is part of your cultural trait. We're running out of workers here, unfortunately. We really need multiculturalism. Because we're on open borders, right? Oh no, we have migration controls. Well, hmm. I tend to think total separation is inaccurate for the US. They were more like freedom of conscience, Protestant heavy. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, yeah. Acceptance for state religion, a little bit less for religious traits. So yeah, Protestants would get most acceptance. Catholics got a little bit more acceptance because they were Christian, but not fully because they were still Catholic. Yeah, as opposed to like total separation. Yeah, you're right. I think the US probably would have fit more under freedom of conscience. Even though, I guess, politically, the law was total separation, but culturally, yeah, it was more freedom of conscience. I guess maybe that's the interesting thing. How do you implement that where the law might be this, but culturally, it's still not accepted? They could just do like some mods do, or you have total separation, but it's a specific law that still discriminates in practice. See, I think that's the problem is that it's trying to it's trying to simulate a mechanic of of state law. Oh yes, there we go. And acceptance, right? And there's a difference between what the law of the land is and what the acceptance of pops are. So there has to be a way to differentiate that, I guess. Because just because you have this law doesn't mean all of your pops are actually accepting people. But I don't know how you would change that. All right, I think maybe I don't want to keep our build queue empty though. Honestly, what we could use are more trade centers here. Now, are my good. Good. So they're starting to build that. Did they start buying some of the trade centers? I hope they have. Oh wow, yeah, the steel company like gobbled up all of them. Wow. The Constitution said one thing, they did something else. Something we Americans make a habit of. Isn't that the truth, man? Yep. The law says this. Is that really what's going on? Not really. Starting from the very beginning, all men are created equal. Oh, how many levels you could dive into that sentence, right? See, I also wish we got better trade advantage on this stuff. Spain, Portugal. Spain is doing quite a few, huh? Yeah, they still don't want to buy any from us, though. What if we sold it directly to Portugal? Well, okay, so we could sell 17. Oh, we could do that, yeah. Let's do this. Law progress to study. Alright, that's looking promising. Yeah, yep, exactly. Ooh, Man of Wars, and but I think that's probably because we're not able to employ it. Yeah, look at that. Alright. Yeah, the trade unions are a little upset. You know, what we should go after next is women's suffrage. Get the workforce ratio up. And then after that, get no migration control so we can start getting some migrations. But we should keep expanding the military here. Oh, and we can upgrade. Alright, so let's upgrade these guys. Even munitions, Alright, what are we researching? Yeah, we really need to go after the steam donkey next. We'll need more coal and engines, but... Alright, we got modern nursing. I think... Yeah, let's go. We'll go after that next. We need to start getting some labor-saving PMs here. And then... go after that. Then we'll go after military statistics. Alright, multiculturalism is moving along, so that's good. Where are we in steel production? We moved up 1. Man, I need you guys to start making more steel mills. Oh, they are. God. This is an awful, awful power block to be in. Vassalization. They get foreign investment rights in you. But that's who we're aligned with. let's declare our rivalry with Prussia here. Fulfill that lobby demand. So they're happy. Oh, I didn't realize it was just the Orthodox Church that was in there. I thought there were more people in that. Ooh, yeah, military assistance from them would be nice. 80% chance. Is there anything else we could sell to you guys? No. Is there anything we could buy from you? Glass would be nice. Ugh, but you guys don't have any. Oh, lead? Oh yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, honestly, I kind of just want to buy as much as we can. Alright, hold on, let's pause. Let's come back to this. Although to be fair, I also think American politics is partially the consequence of having small country ideals, trying to govern a large country with them. Yeah, I would very much agree with that. We do have this idea of like, we kind of have this myth we're holding on to that our country is all about small business and like the small working person, right? But we're just a bunch of big corporatized oligarchies at this point. Like the small business is, people champion the small business, small town stuff, but are you know, we give concessions to things like Amazon and Walmart and stuff like that put everything out of business. It's very fitting that some power blocks are entirely made to the benefit of the leader. Yeah, this is not an era known for equal relations after all. Trade League is probably the most egalitarian. Yeah, but it is, right? But then let's take a look at foreign investment. So yeah, Trade League, but then they get to come and buy up all your businesses. Oh, this is interesting. Militarized industry. Okay, so I was going to look at how much glass or lead would we need if we moved all to crystal glass? Yeah, look at that. We need 489. Okay, so let's go back. What if we bought... Oh. Okay, the most we can get is that. Okay. Military assistance and that. Not bad. Yeah, there's nothing else here we really need. Maybe that and the hardwood. Nah, I think that's fine. And then... Oh, man, if they would take on our debt. Nation building is how you make a country real in the minds of people. Most of the time, it's throughout lots of myths. Yeah, ideas and romanticized views of powerful past people. It's the same with all, basically. Yeah, I know. I have a whole rant I could go on about this idea of the like the American dream, right? That was the myth here. Just work hard and you'll make it. It was never actually the case. Oh, man, look at that. If we gave them this, if we gave them investment rights, they would take on our debt. I can't do that, though. They're going to decimate us. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. All right, we won't do that for now because we could use this all of this goods transfer stuff. So let's do this for 10 years, and then we'll see where we are at that point. Progressive voting. All right. So now we've got. What? Oh yeah, wait, what? Did it not? Oh, it just didn't update. Okay, there we go. So now the glass works. Do your thing. Okay, so glass is a lot more affordable now. Although we still don't have enough lead. Oh, alright. We're at the 2-hour mark here. So we're going to take a quick break. Quick bathroom break. And then appease the ad gods. And then we'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. All right. What are we building here? Uh-oh. Oh, this one. Why? Oh, I bet it's... Is it the paper? Meaning supply network is at least... is less than 50%. Oh, wait, hold on, Jacob. Sorry, I missed. Eventually, the U.S. sided with the oligarchs because the Civil War ended the quasi-aristocracy. Unlike the Italian republics, Portugal, etc., that the U.S. was too big to have a powerful, educated elite. Yeah, that is kind of where we went, right? I mean, we pretty much are... because of the whole lean into capitalism, we became kind of like a capitalist oligarch system. I think what people would really want is like the system in South Korea right now, where basically 3 companies literally like control the government. I think that's what the like corporate state law in the game is based on. Yeah, we don't have workers. One thing we could do, if we could make the trade unions happy. So the next law we do, okay, could go for that. It would be nice though if we could build. We don't have people to fill the jobs anyway. Oh yeah, hold on. And so we're non-fulfillment probably, I think, in these paper mills. Okay. While meeting to discuss ideas, Ulysses Popescu and Alexandru Ilivisi enjoyed a civil and enlightening conversation. Most expected a brawl. Oh, hold on. Where are our trade unions now? Oh, they're going to join the National Liberal Party. Interesting. Alright, so let's give momentum to the National Liberal Party here. Who's this guy? The Market Liberal guy. Yeah, no, we'll do that. Corporate state is actually based on corporatism, which in theory, contrary to the popular, is about society having collaboration between the lower middle and upper class. Oh, with the state as the mediator. Oh, that's very interesting, actually. Is a system used in the Nordic countries known as tripartisan. Oh, I did not know about that. That's interesting. I'm going to have to read up on that then, because I did not know that. In a lot of ways, industrialists are just a new version of the landowners. Yeah, that is actually very true, right? I mean, that's kind of what the early split of the U.S. Civil War was, right? Industrialists in the north and landowners in the south. The industrialists needed people to start working in the factories, so they needed slavery to end for that. They won, and so yeah, they basically became the next landowners. Okay. Oh, okay, so here we go. So it's this. First of all, okay, why... Why are we importing so much of those? Alright, let's get this hired up. So that we can hold on to that treaty. Thing is, the corporatist Nordic countries are mostly monarchies, but in game is a law mutually exclusive to monarchy. Oh, is that right? Wait, what am I doing? Where is it? Oh, there. I thought it was under this one. Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. Corporatist Nordic countries are mostly monarchies, but in-game is a law mutually exclusive to monarchy. Yeah, it's something separate, right? Yeah, that's interesting then. I wonder why they separated it like this. A political system based around institutionalized collaboration between officially recognized corporate groups. The state serves as a forum for negotiation between different social classes. Yeah, kind of what you were saying there. And I wonder how that works in the Nordic states then. I guess the monarchy is the arbitrator between the classes. The ongoing election has drawn attention to the platforms of the various contending parties. Across Romania, the electorate debates which party is worth trusting with the next term of government. Yeah, I think we're going to go with the National Liberal Party here, because they're the ones that I need happy here. Especially the trade unions. Fascism was part of that school of thought, but not the only part. Many countries use those ideas today, but without the... Oh! Look at this. Oh, we finally got it. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Today's speech from Eugen Domin... Oh my god, always. Dabasnian focuses on the right of assembly and the efforts of the National Liberal Party to secure it. A crowd has flocked from all corners to hear it. Let's see, where's the election at? Yeah, they need more momentum here. Yeah, see, what I was thinking of is I was watching something recently about what the political makeup of South Korea is. And basically it was something like after the Korean War, they had this big economic crisis. And so they gave the three largest companies in the country basically like a seat of power in the government. And so the companies were... The biggest one is Samsung. I forget what the other two were. But they basically are like government entities now with the power that they hold within the government. We call oh my god, I can't speak tonight. We call it defensive depth now. Defensive depth. We come a long way since the national supremacy law times. The Romanian went from only pure-blood Romanians born on this land can be us too. If you try hard enough, you can be a Romanian too. We're kind of in that spot right now. Right now, if you try hard enough, you can be a Romanian too, because we need people. All right, we're gonna go for women's suffrage next, because we need the workers. And then we'll go to open our borders up. Also, we should be adding in conscripts to keep our power projection up here. Oh yeah, someone told me recently, hold on, how I can change that. Oh, are two different. Okay. Fine. Alright, so I want to add... and 25. Just another 50. Okay. So I want to create... Oh, why do they have 5 mobile artillery here? That's interesting. Okay. Well, that fits into what I want to do here, because I want to create another army. So this will be the second main army. Oh, if I could see. And then we're going to transfer the mobile artillery here. Oh, perfect. Yeah, and give us 5 there. Alright. Maybe we'll take, that industrialist. Excellent. And a defensive strategist. And now... upgrade those. And then... so 25 and... Oop. Two more, perfect. All right, there we go. So that'll add, oh, and they were named wrong. And then on top of that, I want to, well, we don't have the people, so what, what's killing me is we're hurting our investment pool here by not building. All in less than a century. They still care about getting all the native Romanian territories into the country, though. Yeah, I don't know. I have to look up what the current map of Romania is. Which one of the territories do they not have? A lot of the post-World War II era has been restraining nationalism politically. by the U.S. trying to monopolize the military globally. Oh, that's an interesting way to look at it, yeah. I mean, yeah, trying to restrain nationalism in the home front here by... Well, I think the other part is, though, we have such a large industry in the military, we need to be able to utilize all of those industries, and so we need to keep the military active. And so I think having the military, you know, out overseas and stuff like that kind of plays into that. All right, we don't need to suppress these guys as much now. You know, I suppose we can keep going, pay down the debt a little bit. Although, our interest rate is very low. We can afford debt, but maybe not this much yet. But we need to get people. Alright, so we're pretty... Oh, look at us compared to Austria, actually. We're more powerful than Russia. We really could make a play now. Yeah. Somehow we have built a global empire that no one calls an empire. Pretty crazy. I know, that's kind of the weird thing about it, right? It kind of is an empire, and yet, yeah, no one is calling it that. Ah, man, yeah, so in terms of getting people, okay. In terms of getting people... Well, wait, you know, don't we still have investment rights with Serbia? So, in terms of building, yeah, we could be building here. And we need... We need meat. So let's build that. So we'll build up the meat industry here, and then we'll buy it off of them. Oh man, I did not realize they're in the Russian power block. Well, yeah, let's wait until we build it up. And then we'll buy it off of them. God, this company is killing me. Artur Russo intends to travel across Moldavia by train to campaign for the Radical Party. God, I could use that railway throughput. But it's in 50 days. They're gonna win anyway. Let's take our railway throughput bonus. Now we need to stop. We need to tariff these imports. in order to make the artillery here a little more profitable. There we go. So we must have stopped importing some of it. Yeah. Yeah, how is it? We're bringing in 52 from trade centers. Tariff the hell out of it. And then up the input. Yeah, we'll do this. So that's going to make it cheap. And then hopefully the trade centers will stop. Yeah, we'll stop importing it. Yeah, there you go. A grand suffrage protest is meant to take place at factories across the country. It will increase the popularity of the women's suffrage law, but would likely upset many workers. You know, we do need schools, too. I keep forgetting we have no school law. Yeah, let's take the radicals on that. Alright, what's our migration? We have, okay, so medium. But high here. Oh, the Moro culture. Okay. Released patients from the Bucharest asylum have steadily denounced the practices involved in their supposedly medical treatments, mistreatment of the sick, withholding of personal letters, and disproportionate punishments were among the charges. The trade unions can take over the asylums, or the asylum administration. Actually, I'd rather get the increased standard of living here. Yeah, there's not much in the way of colonization anymore, huh? What if we took over Congo? Yeah, there's not a lot of people there anymore. They're in the British Kingdom. Yeah, what about Zululand? Then we could get some people. We need an... Yeah, we need an interest down here. Take the one off of Brazil for now. Testing the small state theory in Shuya, and I'm at 13% clout for intelligentsia in 1857, with one state and little split states and a port. That's not bad. Yeah, I mean, if you look at us, we're at 13.9, and we're technically kind of a small state here, right? I mean, we really only have two, or I guess 3 states. Alright, the Radical Party. Is it possible to get these guys in there? We could. And it would be a contested government. But I think we'll do this. Yeah, what if we took this? This is a lot of people. Unless... Oh, they got rubber here. It's a very cheese thing to do at this point, though, right? Like, go take Gaza. But we could start building. Well, yeah, we gotta wait till the interest activates. I don't want to tax meat. Oh, luxury clothes. Yeah, I want to get off of taxing transportation. And so let's tax luxury clothes and luxury furniture instead. Gaza is the only country that can form Zimbabwe. When Africa gets a rework long term, it's probably going to be very fun to play. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, right? Hey, oh, Speaker Ant-Man, hello. What's up, Hamcuts? I'm good. How are you doing? Good to see you. How is it going? Thanks for dropping in. I hope someday there's like an Africa DLC for the game. I think that would be great. Oh, I don't know why that made me just think of this, though. We haven't saved in a little bit. I would love a DLC that focuses on somewhere in Africa. Okay. So if we went after these guys... So everyone, it seems like everyone would kind of just stay out of our way. Alright, let's go for this. We kind of need this. I can't watch along now, but I do have a question for you, or the chat. What happens if you are a protectorate of Great Britain and they call you to war and you don't really do anything? Oh, nothing. You can absolutely do that. You never have to really send troops anywhere. But they do, the difficulty is you do get added into the diplomatic play, which means there is the possibility that people are going to send troops towards you, right? Like say you were Canada and you got pulled into like a diplomatic play against Prussia. You don't have to send any troops, and Great Britain's not going to do anything about it, but Prussia could try to start like naval invading you and stuff like that. So there is that problem. But you don't have to raise troops and send them. There's no penalty for not doing that. African DLCs are usually among the last Paradox game gets. Origins, the Africa content for EU4, was among the last 3 the game got before EU5. So there was a long way to when... Damn. Well, that sucks. Because that would have been fun. Alright. So they have about 27. Oh, who could we call in it? Yeah. Because we're going to have to naval invade. A minority group of Moro has recently settled in the state of Wallachia. seeking a better future. However, the local Romanian elites are stirring up resentment, claiming the Moro newcomers will destroy the traditional way of life. Yeah, let's do this. I'd rather have the acceptance improved. Gotcha, that makes sense. Thank you, sir. Yeah, of course, no problem. Thanks for dropping in and saying hi. It's so silly Prussia can naval invade Canada in a normal game. Navies not mattering in the Victorian era game is just so dumb, but we can only hope for the eventual naval and logistics rework. I think that's coming. You gotta think that's... I mean, I see why they tied in a rework to, like, nationalism and acceptance with the National Pride named DLC. But the next one, Iberian Twilight, I mean, I don't know. It seems like they want to try to tie in those reworks to the DLCs thematically in some way. So I don't know if military ties into Iberian... I think it's called Iberian Twilight, right? But I do feel like a military rework is like in the works. They're kind of, they've been setting it up. They've been kind of teasing it and stuff, right? Canada makes a scramble for Africa. I have seen people do it before, right? I've never seen the game actually do it. All right, so we need to match their people here. Problem is we have too much standing army. I guess we could do it. We couldn't just do it with 10 though. We could combine these two fleets and then send the cavalry, and then I could split them up later. Maybe that's what we'll do. So you guys go into the first Romanian fleet. And then we'll mobilize the cavalry. And that'll solve our problems right there. Oh, and we're allies with the British, so we should be able to station these guys, right? So we can station them here. Okay. Yeah, you go down there. You guys combine up. I guess I should have just sent both of these guys down here and then had them combine down there, but whatever. Alright, so... Okay, so we can probably lessen the subvention now. Here. And on this. What's going on here? Revoke a claim. So Greece wants to do that. Nobody wants us to join in on that? I would love to get more land. Like northern Thrace here. Oh, look at all those people. You better let me in on that war. That's more soldiers we could make. Good. Okay. So now you guys go over here. And we'll just set all you guys to attack. Russia sides with Greece. Hmm. And I think I can't really hang with... Oh, no, no. I have a more... Ooh. This could... Ah, damn it. I would have tried... I would have joined in just to get Bessarabia. Alright, whatever. Actually, you know, in this new update, too, the Ottoman Empire is going to be a lot of fun to play, because it sounds like there's a lot more content for them as well with, like, the dissolution of the empire. So that'll be a fun one to do. Alright, women's suffrage is moving along. How are we on the production of steel? Have we moved up at all? We haven't really. Alright, so let's invade here. We could, you know, then we really do need some type of colonization law. Keep kicking that education system down the road. We'll get there eventually. If you joined, we got the Russo-Turkish War happening. Yeah. Well, nobody was going to let me join. I wish I could have. The Ottomans benefit for having a ton of content in the base game already. No, I know they do, right? But in these dev diaries, they've talked about stuff that they're adding to the Ottoman Empire. Specifically, an event that... so they already have the Tanzimat event. If you fail the Tanzimat event, there's now another event that will tie into, like, the dissolution of the empire. And then basically you turn into Turkey and everything else around you gets liberated. So where are we on tech here? Alright, we're doing Steam Donkey. Now, so something I'm hoping we can do, one, we can start getting some rubber. But then we could also start utilizing a lot of the people here and build up a bunch of farms. Oh, I only have 3 millet farms here. Oh, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Can you show us your companies? We have 2. So we have the Premium Steel Company. So they've reached prosperity, but we don't have the prestige good yet. And then the other one is the Armament Company, which we're slowly trying to get to prosperity. Alright, so this is moving along here. You know, we could also use some more... I'm going to do one more... Excellent. Rallies in support of the women's suffrage law have been taking place around the country, but some of them have been turning violent. Now, let's take the guaranteed 10%. So now we have an extra thing here so we can go back to Brazil as we were before. We're going to build another government admin. Okay. So we're not going to incorporate it. However, build 2 of those. I think we can use, yeah, we can use the coal. We don't need this there. Financial district. They already built one of these things here? Jesus. Yeah, use that. Is my private queue? Yeah, they're already building there. They have a port, right? Yeah. Oh my god, and they got a lot of trade centers. I'm surprised by this. Alright, and so we just got a bunch of tobacco. So we should be able to get rid of some of our tobacco in the homeland here. Yeah, like in Dobruja here. Oh yeah, it's not even fully staffed anyway. Well now, I wonder if we should just keep going. So British East Africa will probably join in on that. Well, we won that. Let's take a save. It's too bad there's no lead down there. What do they have? They have gold. Oh, they got a lot of gold. Oh, I forgot about that in Transvaal. Ooh, this will make us very infamous, though. But we do have that alliance with Great Britain. Alright, now, is the cavalry still down there? Yeah, don't... Let's stay back over there. Alright, so these guys, let's split them up again, because I do want to... Which one... Hold on. Which one of these was good at convoy raiding? Yeah, Greece is not liking us. That's fine. We need that gold. Hello, hey. I'm playing as Romania, or started as Wallachia. And now Romania, trying to get the Romanian achievement. We're currently going for what is this? Line infantry to transfer units in my fleet. Okay, that's weird. Doing a bit of a land grab here because we need people and a place to build things. And so this is what we're going with. Oh, I also think we need fish in our market, right? There we go. You know, we should start thinking about going after Russia while we're more powerful than them. Problem is, they still have, yeah, a defensive pact with Prussia and Austria. See, that's why that war with Greece and the Ottomans would have been nice. They wouldn't let me in it. They wouldn't let me in it. Not fair. Let's hope nobody joins in on this. Enforce transit rights. Oh, interesting. Alright, let's speed this up. Oh, they have 2 construction sectors there? I suppose we can keep it. Nah. We don't need two of them there. Well, we'll keep it for now. It's not hurting. Alright. Hopefully everyone stays out of this. So I think now, yeah, we've got an abundance of wood. So we should be able to get rid of some of the logging. Yeah, look at this. 40,000 people tied up in this. Alright, we have women's suffrage. Let's finally just bite the bullet and get... Oh, our schools. But yeah, we gotta get off of... Alright, let's go to total separation. What's the input shortage? Oh yeah, those things. It has been revealed that Ili Russo of the Orthodox Church has been having a secret affair with a member of the clergy. His resignation is being demanded. What do we think of this guy? He's a theocrat. He's giving them political strength. Yeah, we'll force him to sit down. Who'd they get? Alright, somebody who's a Democrat, not bad. And he's not giving them political strength. Good. That worked out well for us. Ah, and nobody joined in here. So we are good to go. So the minute this finishes... I'm going to be building some gold mines. think in the next episode, we finally take a fight to Russia and get Bessarabia. Although, what we really need is southern Transylvania to get lead. We're not that far off from their army, and if we call in Great Britain, although Great Britain did a whole lot of nothing for us last time. Alright. This is the priority. You guys start building that. Romanian South Africa. Romanian Zimbabwe. Oh, the country of South Africa. Look at that. You don't always see that actually formed by the AI. What do you know? All right. A mass migration, very nice. All right, let's take a look at this. Hey, we jumped up to 7th. Still not a great power, though. But pretty high. Alright. Let's try selling some industrial buildings here. What are... Yeah, let's sell some textile mills. We'll sell those. Some of these paper mills. Frustrated with the lengthy legal process surrounding total separation, Artur Russo of the Intelligentsia has approached us with an offer to expedite the process utilizing his personal connections within the state apparatus. Yeah, let's do it. Well, we're going to get you guys demarginalized. Here we go. Mass migrations. This is oh so sweet. This is what we needed. So now, hopefully, so we get enough people and we can start expanding the military even more. Yes, look at this. Oops. We also really... Okay, we need to expand here. Still importing here. Okay, no, we're not. So at least there's that. What are they looking like? Alright, So this one is not doing so well. Nice. Law progressed to study. Man, if only we could be good with Belgium here. If I could sell more of these. What about one of the agreements I already have with Britain? Ah, okay. Oh, you don't want to take artillery from us, huh? Unfortunately. Damn. Okay. Well, I would rather have this agreement right now. So let's up this for another 15 years. Should we keep selling the furniture, I wonder? Yeah, we should. So we'll get rid of that. Ooh, improve fertilizer. Excellent. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, you can march armies through my land. We are allies after all. Is there anything else we can sell them? No. Alright, let's do this. Nice, 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 nice. So we now have military assistance with them. When it comes to the gold mines, I mean, they're pretty much just straight profit. So I tend to just hold on to them myself and not privatize them. I think... Is that true? You get more minting if they're privatized? Oh yeah, if you have a company, then definitely sell them to your company. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know if they're privatized you get more. Oh, look at that. Oh no, I know, yeah, if a company owns it, you get the throughput bonus. But if they're just owned by, like, financial districts or manor houses... Oh, yeah, the state gives you negative 50% economy of scale. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Okay, yeah, so they are better to be privately owned. Yeah, that's true. We don't have enough for the decree right now. But yeah, that's interesting. Well, let's privatize them then. Yeah, the resource decree. Wouldn't be bad to add to Transvaal here. Actually, you know, we don't really need... I forgot we still had... Ah, there we go. I forgot we still had road maintenance on Bulgaria. Oh, that was dumb. Yeah. Orange has quite a bit, right? But we're... I don't want to go too far above our infamy thing right now. So, but we might do that eventually. Ah, the steam donkey. Okay, here's what we need. Here is what we need. Yes. Save me. Workers. Actually, why am I doing it this way? I don't need to save workers there. Alright, perfect. Also, if you own that land, they have a special gold company. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it might not be a bad idea to look at the gold company now, to be honest with you. But let's make sure this is staying employed. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, we do get... Oh, we still have one. But yeah, we get a much better throughput bonus. I never thought of that before. Thank you for that. All right. Well, we're pretty much at time here. But we did some pretty good work tonight. We started the stream off immediately with a war. But it didn't work out for us, though. It's mainly because Great Britain didn't do much for us there. But our military has grown quite a bit in this episode. So we can definitely now think about taking on Prussia, Austria, or Russia. Problem is, if you take on one, you're taking on all three. But we do have an alliance with Great Britain there. So I think we're set up pretty well for the next episode here. Yeah, right, Mauricio? Yeah, some great progress despite the rocky start. I was a little worried with the start tonight. We did make some progress here. Hey! Artful Wiz, thank you. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thanks for dropping in. I'm sorry we're not going for much longer since you just joined, and I appreciate the tip you just gave. So let's see. The next time I'll be continuing this run will be Thursday night. But the next time I'll be on will be Thursday morning. We'll be continuing some Crusader Kings 3, the run that we started before in Ireland. Let's see, next time when you play it on a fresh run, I'll give you some hints for Wallachia if you want. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we won't be doing Wallachia again for a little bit since we're doing this run here. But after 1.10 comes out, we'll be doing some Serbia action for sure. But yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. So I'll be on again Thursday morning with some Crusader Kings 3, and then Thursday evening with more of the Wolf of Wallachia here. So thanks for watching, everybody. Mauricio, thank you. Arfa Wiz, thanks for joining in right at the end there. I don't know if Jacob is still there. He was with us for a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, I'll see you next time. It was fun, right? Yeah, so that'll be it for tonight. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you next time, hopefully. And as always, be awesome. Have a good night.